What's going on? We back. Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And it's a done deal. Sergey Kovalev and Marcus Brown on HBO live from Madison Square Garden Theater Room, where the last two Kovalev fights are taking place. I'll link an article in the description. And it's a good fight. I think Marcus Brown has got an uphill battle with Kovalev, but also what's working in Brown's favor is the fact that some people think Kovalev is over the hill. His last two fights been, below par competition, subpar competition. And this fight may be just, he picking Kovalev at the right time, in my opinion. And some people believe that as well. I still think Kovalev is just too much for Brown. I just can't get that hot rod fight out of my head. I know prospects have tough fights coming up, and a lot of people believe he lost that fight. I thought he lost that fight, but since then, he scores 3 straight TKOs or knockouts, so he on a little hot streak. Brown is improving. I see since the hot rod fight, I see the balance, I see the speed, the power, I see everything. He's a big light heavyweight, and this is a step up in class for competition. Either Kovalev or Arthur Beterbiev. Beterbiev is dealing with a promotional issue, so maybe that kind of weighed in Brown's head to go fight Kovalev. And Al Heyman fighter going to HBO, so that just shows you that other fighters can go to HBO from Al Heyman if it's a mandatory, if it makes sense. And Kovalev don't have too many other opponents to fight. The date is to be determined, maybe June or July. Also, I believe Dimitri Bivol will be on the undercard as well. That's a fight that people wanted to see as well, Kovalev and Bivol. But Kathy Dufa said you had to wait till 2019. And this is going to be a big opportunity for Premier Boxing Champions and Al Heyman to steal the WBO belt. That's one of the toughest belts to get from the grips of, HBO Golden Boy, Top Rank. That's usually a Top Rank Golden Boy type of belt. They have a close relationship with that belt. And then if Brown is able to steal that belt, that's a positive right there. Then potentially that's a bargaining chip to unify with the Purdue Jack, Adonis Stevenson winner. I know the Alexander Goofy guy, whatever his name is. I didn't really watch his fight last night to the end. It looked like he had another underwhelming performance. Just looking at the tail end of it, I think that Amar guy gave him some good work. Just a small part I showed, but he's definitely a talent. And Brown could have fought him, but look at Brown. He ducked him, or he eluded around him or annihilated the fight him. And now he's getting a championship fight. So, one thing that's for sure is Brown is a big light heavyweight. He's faster than Kovalev, and he got power. And he knows one thing for sure, Kovalev will quit. If he goes to the body, and really, test Kovalev's chin, he will quit. And I think Brown has a good chance, but I still just favor the experience in the boxing savvy of Kovalev. If Kovalev is able to keep Brown at the end of those punches and hit him, then he should be all right. But Brown must know Kovalev doesn't have really a reliable hook or a consistent hook like that, and he know what he has to do. He has to, use his speed and power and go to the basement, and he can go to the basement and get Kovalev out of there. He don't like body work. People are cropping down that war, hit him, low, right on the belt line. Is definitely not low, but one of those punches did hit below the belt for sure. It was a good punch. He hit Kovalev in his nuts. Remember, he got that protector, but that one was a straight right hand he put around his jaw. That's what made Kovalev really quit. And people gonna try to take that away from Ward all they want to, but Kovalev quit, and his own coach, John David Jackson, said he quit and can't take body work. We're gonna see if Marcus Brown, a New York native, I believe, can put it on Kovalev. It ain't too much to ask of him. I think he likes the chances. He knows how to do it with Kovalev. And if you're not at the end of Kovalev punches, you're on the inside or you outside with your speed and length and power, you can win. The book is out how to beat Kovalev. He's a front runner. He's a guy who's going to take it in the body. If you put it on the body and push the pace, he can fade. So I'm pretty sure Brown knows that. He's going to put a good game plan together. He's going to try to bring that belt back home to New York, right there in New York, and try to bring it over to Premier Boxing Champions and try to unify with another Premier Boxing Champions fighter. And try to really, definitely double down on that. What was that, the 2008? I think it was the 2012 Olympic class it was. Yep. You can try to double down and bring another title for that underrated Olympic class with Earl Smith, Clarissa Shields, Dominic Brazil, just to name a few, Rasheed Warren. So, it's a good fight. And I look forward to watching it when they have a date. We gone.